See? He kept the commandments, but he didn't have faith. See? So without faith in this thing, the Most High can't work with you. Matter of fact, let me get that. Faith is a huge part of this thing, man. Abraham's faith accounted for righteousness, man. You know how important that is, man? That's deep right there, man. The fact that he believed in the Most High so much, he would sacrifice his own son. That alone was accounted as righteousness, man. We read Romans 4 and 11. Let's see where we at. Make sure this is not. Good. Romans 4 verse 11. And he received the sign of the circumcision, a seal of righteousness, of faith, which he had yet being uncircumcised. So our forefather Abraham, you know, he got circumcised at the age of 99 years old. Right? It says, that was a seal, okay? Most High made with Abraham a promise to him and his seed. Sealed it with circumcision. Righteousness of faith, which he had yet being uncircumcised, that he might be the father of all them that believe, though they be not circumcised. So the main circumcision is of your heart or your mind. See? Because a lot of our people right now, they're not circumcised, man. I'm talking about spiritually. Alright? That righteousness might be imputed unto them also, and the father's circumcision to them that are not of the circumcision only, but who also walk in the steps of that faith of our father Abraham, which he had being yet uncircumcised, but the promise that he should be heir of the world, man. Was not Abraham or his seed through the law, but through the righteousness of faith. Okay? Circumcision is a law. Alright? But he also what? He also deemed righteousness because of his faith. And what is faith? Let me get Hebrews 11. Hebrews 11 and 1. It says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So you hope or you believe. Okay? Read it again. Hebrews 11 and 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, we don't see the Most High, we don't see Yahawashi, but we believe they're there, man. Because you have what? Faith, man. The belief in the possibility. See? Verse 6. It says, verse 5, by faith Enoch was translated, and that's what we're going to be soon, that he shall not see death, and was not found, because the Most High had translated him. For before his translation, he had his testimony that he pleased the Most High. I remember the day. Verse 6, but without faith, it is impossible to please him, because you don't see the Most High. So, in the heavens you see him. When you're dead, you see him. Because the scripture says, 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So the minute you die, that spirit stands before the Most High, before the judgment seat. Okay, in Ecclesiastes 3:16, the judgment is played on the planet Earth. You come back again within that nation, and you play out your judgment. Okay? And this is that last generation anyway. See? But, like I was saying, Everybody sees the Most High in the heavens, the spiritual realm, but it's about praising Him on the planet Earth, because you don't see Him, okay? But He's here. Yahawashi is. The angels are, man. You have to believe that, man. You got to believe in this reward, man. That's coming. You got to believe that America's going to be destroyed, man. You got to believe that the Most High is gathering His elect. Everything that He said that's going to happen is going to happen. You have to believe in that, man. And without that ingredient called faith, you can't please Him. Okay? Keep an eye on this character right here. You don't matter on this character right here. See? They say you got a lot of moles out here, man. But we have to point out we don't give a shit. Right? This word is going out. Right? This word is going out. We don't give a damn what the enemy think they could do, because you can't do anything. All right? We believe that. It says, unless our Father gives you the go-ahead. Without faith it is impossible to please Him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe He is, and that He is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. Okay? We're diligently seeking Yahawashi al-Shah. See what I'm saying? Let me get to Abraham. Verse 8, by faith Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he should receive for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whither he went. The scripture says we walk by faith and not by sight. By faith he sojourned into a land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. For he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is the Most High. Through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed at the age of 90, and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. So through faith we can do unexplainable things, man. Okay? And through faith we're going to be in some crazy predicaments. And only faith going to deliver us from that, man. We read on, it says, therefore sprang they even one. Yeah, man, so 13, it says, these all died in faith, not having received the promises, which is the kingdom, but having seen them afar off, they had vision, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. Okay? We're going to have to be pilgrims on the earth real soon. That's why, let me get Hebrews 13. Hebrews 13. Hebrews 13:14. It says, for here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Okay? The kingdom of the Most High. Okay? You're going to obtain that through faith. You got to believe that. Okay? That's why I quoted it earlier, but I'm going to read it. We don't fear what the enemy can do. Read it out. 2 Corinthians 4:18. For we look not at the things which are seen. Okay? And that's what society teaches, man. Okay? You're going to make it in this carnal cesspool, man. You're looking at the things which are seen, man. Okay? And that's why they want to be subject to Esau, man. It says, right? Because I'm going to get that precept after. While we look not at the things which are not seen, but at the things. For we look not at the things which are seen, but are the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal. It's only but for a time. It's only for a moment. But the things which are not seen are eternal, man. Everlasting. Forever and ever. Amen. The kingdom of the Most High is going to be forever, man. And the scripture says, let me get that in the book of Daniel. You gotta have faith, man, in this thing, man. Let me see some of the scriptures, man. Like I was reading earlier, the poor man's wisdom is despised, man. See, but we're in the time of judgment. Show you that the Most High is not a respecter of persons, man. Daniel 2:44, that's all I wanted. And the days of these kings, who the beasts. Let me start from 40. Daniel 2:40. To prove that we at the very last end. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. What's the fourth kingdom? The Romans. The Romans fell. They came back into power as NATO, the EU. The whore that sits on it, the beast that controls it, is America, man. It's the second leg of the Roman Empire. The same Edomite, the same white man is ruling. You got a lot of Greek and Roman architecture. You got you have the Senate and the president, man. And it also, one of their main symbols is the eagle, man. You see? And Rome also believe in what? Imperialism. Alright? Police in the world, man. Same Edomite. Same thing. You also had homosexuality extremely high and pedophilia in Rome, just like you got America, man. It's the same system, man. Because this is the revival of the Roman Empire. This is that fourth beast. We're going to read on. It says, and the fourth kingdom shall be as strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces, and subdue all things, and iron breaketh all these things, shall it break in pieces, and bruise. And whereas thou saw the feet and toes, this is the part we are now, part of the potter's clay, and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided, but it shall be in it of the strength of iron, for as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And you got what this Brexit going on. Britain wants to separate from the EU, man. That's it, partly strong and partly broken. Germany also is thinking of doing the same thing, because they're not trying to inherit the debt of the other EU nations, man. See? It says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken, like I just said. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is mixed with clay. Yeah, because they have their own different prime ministers, their own different body structures of government. See? But they technically in unison. Anyway, let's read on. It says, and this is the point, and in the days of these kings, the time we in now, shall the power of heaven, so that the kingdom which shall never be destroyed. That's the time we in now. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people. So you other nations, you never gonna rule again. Ever. Ever, 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 man. This is it. Esau is the end of the world. Some people looking down at that side, boy. That's fact. Read that in Daniel 7. And the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed. And the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. Yahawashi. What's going to happen to that beast? Let's read the book of Daniel 7. Right. All right, let me get. Oh, it's good. It's good. Get the book of Daniel 7. Since everybody looking at the America gonna be destroyed sign, guess I gotta read that too, man. You get Daniel chapter 7. Verse all right, let me get Daniel 7. Daniel 7:7. And after this I saw in the night vision, behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible. The same fourth beast. Okay? That's seen by St. John the Revelator. Revelation the 12th chapter, 17, 18. Same beast. Okay? And also Ezra's too. Can't forget that, man. Second Ezra the 12th chapter. It said Daniel 7:7. And after this I saw in the night visions, behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and had 10 horns. The 10 power structures, man. The 10 common markets. That's how it started NATO originally. Okay? And I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn. Before there was 3 of the first ones plucked up by the roots, and behold, this horn were like eyes of a man, and mouth speaking great things. Okay? And the first 3 of the first, because what was the 3 power structures that set up America? Was the Brits, the French, and the Spaniards, man. That little horn is America, man. Alright? Read on though. It says, verse 9, and I beheld till the thrones were cast down, all these power structures destroyed. And the Ancient of Days, who the Most High did sit, whose garments were white as snow, and the hair of his head was like the pure wool. Show you that the Most High has a body, man. Okay? There's a celestial body or a heavenly body. His throne was like a flame. Okay? The Most High is a minister of flame and fire, man. And his wheels as burning fire, the chariots. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000, man. An innumerable amount of angels is before the Most High. stood before him, the judgment was set, and the books were open. The books is open right now. Verse 11. And then, it's the point, and beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain. Okay? So the EU and the whore, America. It says what? Of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld till even the beast was slain, and his body destroyed, and given to the flame. What flame? Nuclear fire. In the days of these kings. So that's how we know the kingdom of the Most High is close. One more precept before this battery die on me. Alright, so all glory to Yahawashi al-Shah. What time period are we living in now, man? The beast body is going to be given to the flame. Let me get that. Revelation chapter 19, verse 19. And I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war. So the midst of America being destroyed, because the beast is going to hate the war eventually. They're going to turn on America. You can see that happening with Trump. There's tensions, man. Alright? And in the midst of them destroying America, Yahawashi going to make a second coming. And they're going to stop fighting each other. And they're going to fight Yahawashi, man. This is the point. It says, and I saw the beasts and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse, against his army. And people literally think this is a horse. Come on, man. These are the chariots, man. That just represents power. Alright? Just like you got things measured today with these cars, they call it what? Horsepower. Alright? And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet, the Pope, that wrought miracles before him with what? Their technology. Right? Which he deceived them that received the mark of the beast. Which is what? The Rfid chip, man. Rfid chip, man. A cashless society. Right? Close it out. It says, and them that worship his image, his new world order. See? It says, these both were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. That's that nuclear destruction. Okay, and the fire that the chariots are going to bring. And the remnant was slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, with sword proceeded out of his mouth. Those that lasers, man, that concentrated heat. Okay, that's how the beast gonna go out, man. And all the fowls were filled with their flesh. That's what Yahawashi said, man. Let's get Matthew. That's what he said, what? Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace but a sword. He said, what? I come to send fire on earth, man. We just read it. Alright? So call out Yahawashi al-Shah, man. We'll keep pushing this word week in and week out until the Most High brings holy hell out here, man. Then the gates of mercy is going to be shut, closed. Alright? There's going to be no more mercy at that point, man. See? Because the word has went out. And the scripture says no man regarded. Let me read Matthew 25. Matthew 25:31. Okay, good. Matthew 25:31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all the holy angels and chariots with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and he shall separate them one from